Welcome to our next two-part series. This is a 2020 Chevy Corvette C8 that I'm buying in today's video. A customer of mine, actually a viewer, one of you guys, called me and said, Craig, I'm getting a Z06. Really? You're getting a Z06? I'm getting a Z06. I have a C8 that has 3,500 miles. I never use the thing. Would you be interested? I'm like, yeah, I would be interested. I live on a farm. It's pretty filthy. It's filled with hay. It's filled with mud. It needs some recon. I'm like, that's what I love doing. Bring it over. Today's video, he's bringing me this Corvette. We're buying this Corvette, hopefully. We're gonna fix it, clean it, and then in video 2, we're just gonna run it through the auction. So you're getting like a sneak preview to video 2 right now. But let's flash back to the beginning of episode 1. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. This is my new C8 Corvette. Let's get going. And our surprise just showed up behind me. 1, 2, third one back. That is what the purchase of today after selling the Hummer is, even though we have 2 other customers. Everybody shows up once. Dave, how many people showed up today? 3 now. Yeah, so like 1 person all day and then 3 all at once at the end of the day. That's how it always works. But let's check out our newest purchase. There she is, our newest pickup. Oh, right here. That's a great looking car. I love the ground effects, the body kit on it. I think you can leave it right here. It looks great. Holy moly. What the heck happened here? You live on a dirt road. So I now own another Corvette, and they just left in an E550 twin turbo V8. It's like 600 horsepower, they said, tuned. Oops, I did it again. I bought another Corvette. I bought another C8 Corvette. I couldn't help it. Somebody made me an offer that I just couldn't refuse. You know who you are. You watch my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. You're a fan on YouTube. Somebody that watches our videos. Call me. Craig, I just got my order for a Z06. I don't need 2 Corvettes. Would you be interested in mine? It's a 2020 Z51, of course. Yes, I'm interested in it. I actually made him an offer before even seeing the car, not knowing how dirty it was. That's part of this video. I bought a 2020 C8 Corvette Z51, see? Z51, in a Targa top, meaning Targa, removable, hides in the back. What's cool about having the Targa, not a convertible? Boom, you get to see the entire engine. The problem is, this car is rough for 3,497 miles. Like really, really rough. And in today's video, you're gonna learn how to do some paint correction, polishing, diamond cut compounds, and just like some really cool tricks of the trade. We're gonna show you how it works. We're gonna bring this thing back to life. I'm gonna enjoy it, and then just like every other video, we gotta eventually sell this thing and hopefully make a profit. So today's video is sponsored by Factor. I love getting these Factor video promotions because I love actually the product. They show up in pre-made meals, not frozen, pre-made fresh meals. I have jalapeno cheddar chicken, garlic and herb roasted mushroom, mushroom tomato and goat cheese cavatappi, garlic rosemary pork chops, spicy poblano beef bowl, spinach and mushroom chicken thighs. And then as a kicker, I get these juices: carrot, orange, or ginger, apple beet ginger, pineapple basil, apple kale. I don't have time to meal prep, so I order them from Factor. I get chef quality meals for myself. They also have vegetarian and vegan options as well. A couple minutes in the microwave and we have a full meal. And this is what I get for lunch every single day. If you want to try it yourself, I highly recommend Factor. I love these products. I love getting Factor. There is a direct link down below, or you can head to factor75.com. Use Flying Wheels 50 to get 50% off your first order. If you want to try it out, there is a link in the description. Seriously, this is an awesome, awesome product. Try it out for yourself. It saves so much time. It's efficient, and the food is delicious. Now, my wife, who's videoing, can now enjoy her dinner. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's cut out of the gym. She won't show you eating it. Thanks, Factor.
The next day.
All right, so 2020 Chevy Corvette, 3,497 miles. The cool thing about buying a used Corvette and not a new Corvette, there's a lot of cool things about buying a new Corvette, but buying a used one, like somebody's already spent the money on it. What do I mean? Here's what I mean. My favorite part of my Corvette. Oh, yeah. Now, yes, that is an aftermarket exhaust, which is really cool. I forget what he put on it for an aftermarket exhaust. I'll find out for later in this video. Now, what's neat about having the Z51 package is there's chambers in the exhaust. They change. There's a term for it. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. But if I push this Z button, the tone of the exhaust changes. Let me go closer to the exhaust so you see what I mean. Open. Thank you very much, Cody. Now, there are some other cool features about this Corvette. The ground effects, like what do we call these things? Like the decanters? No, decanters for wine. What do you call these things? Diffusers, not decanters. My wife uses a decanter. All right, aftermarket wheels, side skirts all the way down. Again, aftermarket wheels. I'm pretty sure these are MRR wheels. Shout out to Carlos Morales. I had MRR wheels on my 2021 C8, but the exhaust specifically is what's really cool. Check that out right there. Now that I've showed you this car, there are some things things, some concerns. It is 3,000 miles and the previous owner lived on a farm. So there are some legit swirl marks in the paint. There are some serious concerns that a C8 Corvette should not have. Now, you don't believe me they live on a farm? Yeah, look at it. The guy washed the car to bring it here, and that's how it looks as he was leaving his farm. Now, with that in mind, like if he's living on a farm like this and the car looks like this, he's probably washing it at the car wash too. You don't wash stuff like this at the car wash unless it's touchless. And even the touchless ones, they have like acid and pH balances off on that stuff. So even those things aren't that great for your car. I'm gonna do it the right way today. Now it gets worse. Aside from all of this, the inside is just as bad. Those are the stock carpets. Like, it is behind everything. People here, everybody that drives by, they see some cool cars and they rev their engines and spin their tires. It's a neighborhood, slow down. Now go into the inside. Yeah, it is just dirty, which I think is the perfect segue into our recon guy. Oh, look at, you can see the swirl marks. Jake, I want all of these swirl marks gone, okay? And I'm not gonna teach you how to do it. Jake, tomorrow I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave the keys in your hands and you're gonna bring this back to life. Actually, if you stand right here, behind me, you can see all the swirl marks in the paint. I want this car to be beautiful, all right? What are you thinking from what you've looked at? You have your light, right? What does this light do?
I do. This will show us all the swirl marks, all the damage. I was looking at this earlier.
Oh God, I didn't even see that.
This is the worst spot right here.
Wow,
That's
lights
horrible.
are no good. Maybe I'll just sell in a rainstorm instead. All right, so you can see how bad it really is. Tomorrow, can you walk through this car, show us all the areas, and really show us befores and afters and examples, and explain to everybody what it is you'll be doing to this car so they know how to do it to their car without creating, shine your light on that again for me, without causing damage like this themselves. Oh my God, look, it looks like they took a flippin' wire brush to this car. All right, it's the end of the day. I know everybody wants to leave, so I'm not gonna hold everybody up anymore. Tomorrow, it's your job. I'm not even gonna be here, so when I come back,
It'll
just
look beautiful.
wow me, all right? Shout out to all of your handles. What are you on socials? I'm sure you're on socials.
On Instagram, it's Lavish Auto Spa NH.
LAVISH.
LIVISH.
Auto Spa NH.
Yep. And then Facebook's the same thing. Google, website, lavishautospot.com. You can find everything there.
Do you do any YouTubes or anything?
I don't even know what our YouTube handle is, but it's probably on the website.
Bad marketing.
Bad
You can check out his YouTube channel. I'll figure out what it is, and I'll put some links to him if you want to follow him on his socials. And the perk of paying people to do their jobs, I'm leaving. I'm gonna come back to a completely different car tomorrow. All right, I'm out of here. Jake, it's on you. You'll see them tomorrow, and I'll see you at the end of this video. Well, there's more. I said I was gonna be back at the end of the video. I started saying things that should have been just on camera. So while you're doing this and I'm gone, can you just explain what you're gonna do? You're gonna polish it, but you said something else.
Yeah, so I'll do a full two-step correction. That's a cut and polish on the paint. That'll get rid of all this stuff. It's not as bad here, but it'll get rid of everything that's over there on that.
You know what I want to do? I want to do this and look into the camera and have them not even know that it's a reflection. And then I'm going to do this, and then it's going to be a car at the end of the video. All right, I want that. I want it to be that nice that people don't know that I'm looking at a reflection. All right, I interrupted you. I apologize. I had a Red Bull earlier.
That's fine. Yeah, two-step, cut and polish, clean the wheels, clean everything to the inside, and then I'm going to throw in a coating for you.
Cool. So I had just said this. I'm going to say it again. If a Chevy dealer had this in their showroom, new, I want it to be that nice. Like all these things in here, see all those vents and everything that's filthy? In there, in here, I want it all shiny and clean.
You'll get nothing and like it.
All right, I want the wheels. Would you have done the calipers if I didn't say calipers?
I do the calipers.
I want the calipers done. I want the exhaust tips, an insert of the exhaust tips. Let's see what kind of exhaust this is. Oh, hooker. I knew that. Yeah, they're hooker. It's a hooker exhaust. I told you I'd tell you eventually. Like inside the exhaust tips you can do. All right, everything. All right.
Whole thing.
Spend the time on it. Okay, good. Now I'm out of here. I'm pulling up to my shop this morning and I'm told there's something amazing here. Yeah, wow. Look at that car right there. I haven't seen one on the street yet.
Only got 750 miles on it.
I've seen him on the track, I've seen him on videos, and I haven't seen one in real life yet. Shift sounds so good. Now, were you gonna do the track experience?
I'm gonna try it.
Did you do it the first time?
No.
I wonder, will they let you do it in a Z? Because you bought a Z?
Yeah, they're supposed to.
It's so great that it comes with this exhaust. You don't have to change anything.
Nope.
Downshift sounds so good. And your 1LT came with the Alcantara steering wheel.
Yep, that goes with the competition seats.
Wow. Oh, because my 2LT regular Corvette came with leather. Well, that was fun. The person that I bought the black C8 from, the reason I bought the black C8 is because that just came up. His order just came up, and he just got a Z06. Look at that car go. I want one so bad. I want one so bad. All right, I have a C8. Let's enjoy that car.
What's up everyone, it's Jake. I'm here, I got this beautiful C8 Corvette behind me. Today we're gonna make it look even better. I'm gonna walk you through the process here. What we're gonna do first is I'm gonna start with these wheels. As you can see, they're pretty dirty. I think they live on a farm, so you can clearly tell. So the process that I like to do is I start with the wheels because they're the dirtiest part of the car. Once I get the wheels done, I'll do the wheel wells while I'm in there. Then I'll do a pre-rinse on all of the paint. So I'll try to knock off any of this dirt here with just the pressure washer. After that, I'll foam the car to give lubrication for the wash mitt. I'll hit it with a hand wash to get as clean as I can. After that, I'll spray iron remover on the car after I rinse off the soap to remove any iron fallout from these big brakes. And while I have the iron remover on the car, I'll hit it with a clay bar. What that's gonna do is help get rid of any contamination. So anything locked into the paint prior to polishing or correcting a vehicle, you have to get the surface as clean as possible. So that's the process I'm gonna walk through today, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. What's up everyone, it's Jake. Before you polish your vehicle, you need to have the paint in as clean of a condition as you can. After you do that, I'll rinse it off, dry it, bring it in, and we'll start the polishing process. See you guys in the next one. All right, so as you can see, this wheel is completely clean now. Took quite a bit of effort. This one as well. On to the next. I'm gonna show you guys a bit of my wheel cleaning process. So here's how I start. I like to rinse off the wheel wells first. Once I've rinsed out the wheel wells, I'll rinse the wheel. Spray our wheel cleaner. I like to start with the inside of the wheels. Once we get done with the inside of the wheels, I like to go to the outside. So I'll hit it with a detail brush real quick, just in the outside faces, get to the inside, get the lug nuts, get that caliper real quick. Hit all the inside again, try to get it in back behind here. This is where a lot of brake dust likes to collect. What I like to do next is I grab a wash mitt for wheels, and I'll hit the face with this because it'll really grab that brake dust. It's a little less work for me, it's a better result. Make sure you hit the face and try to get on the inside. Brake dust likes to collect right here in the wheel, so I always hit that. And then I try to get back behind it like this. Yeah, that's how you clean your wheel. Forgot one part. Get your tire brush and make sure you hit the outside. There you go. So all the wheels are done, and that means we move on to the pre-rinse. See you in that clip. All right, now that the wheels are done, I'm gonna move on to rinsing the car, get all this loose debris off, and then we can start the contact wash right after. About this, you can actually tell it's been protected with something, either a ceramic coating or a wax or sealant of some sort. You can see because of how the water beads. So I'm gonna have to strip that off because we are polishing and laying a coating down on this. So I'll have to get that off of there. I'm about to do everyone's favorite part and foam down this car. Now that it's all foamed up, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the contact wash. You watch me do that now. I always start from the roof. You always want to start at the top and work your way down. Going straight motions. Never doing this. You never want to do circles. Just straight. So go from the top down. Always never move in circles or you'll put swirls in the paint. Now that I've done one panel, I'm gonna switch to the other side of my wash mitt, work on this windshield, and then dunk it. I have a grit guard in this bucket, so I don't need two buckets. Make sure you get everything off of there, and then you can work on the next panel. I'll start here. All right, so I just foamed it, washed it with the contact wash. So now I'm gonna hit it with some iron remover, get rid of any of the brake dust. It's a little hot out, so I'm not actually gonna clay with the iron remover on the car. I wanna remove that first. I don't want it to dry on the car. So iron remover, I'll spray it off, refoam the car, and then I'll clay it from there. gonna hit these wheels real quick just to get anything that's left over on them. What's cool about this is on the rotors you can actually see when I spray it turns purple. That's the iron remover in work. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 2 minutes and then rinse it off fast. It's super hot out, as you can see by the sweat. So let that sit there for a bit and then rinse it off. See you in the next clip. All right, I'm gonna start rinsing. Yeah, watch this. I lost my train of thought there. I always start with the roof, same as when I wash it. It's just like taking a shower. As you spray it down, it's gonna go down to the lower section. So if you start lower here, you're gonna have to go over your work again. So I just start at the top and go work my way down. All right, so I just finished rinsing off all the iron remover. Now I'm gonna foam the car again and clay it. Clay is the same deal as any wash mitt. This is the clay here. You want to start at the top and work your way down, because at the bottom is where all the contaminants are. The tires will kick it up or whatever. It's closer to the ground, so it gets dirtier. So you start at the top and then work your way down. That way you don't get a bunch of contaminants in your clay and then spread it all over the car and create scratches and swirls. So that's the game plan. See you guys in a second. All right, the car's foamed, as you can see. So I'm gonna start at the roof like this and try and pull any contamination off. It doesn't feel too bad, so I don't think there's much there, but you still always want to do this. You can hear it there. You just want to work with the clay until you don't hear anything anymore or feel it. All right, I finished all my decon steps and the whole wash process, so now I'm going to dry the car. It's completely clayed, all rinsed off, ready to be dried. Looks pretty clean. I'll show you the other side where it was super dirty. You can see it looks a lot better, obviously. All the dirt was there and on that wheel, so everything looks way better. I'm going to dry it. We'll see what it looks like under the light, how many scratches, how many swirls there are to correct, and I'll get started on the polishing process. Walk you guys through that too. All right, so I just finished drying it with a drying towel. Now I'm gonna use this blower here to get any of the cracks, crevices out. When we're polishing, as the panel vibrates, it's gonna knock out the water and it's gonna drop, and it's just gonna make it difficult for us. So that's why I have this, to blow out any of the cracks and make sure that it's really dry. So now we have a completely prepped surface. It's completely clean. You can see this thing, even with all the scratches and swirls, it is beautiful. I'm gonna show you here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a decent amount of swirls in this paint we're gonna correct out. This thing is gorgeous. All right, I'll see you in the next one. We're gonna start polishing and I'll explain everything we're doing from there. All right, we just dialed in our test spot. So you can see here, this is the after. This is what it looked like before. We were able to get rid of a lot of the scratches and swirls in this. It looks good. So we just did the compound step on the hood. You can see here, this is before. We haven't touched this yet. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's a lot of swirls and scratches there. When you get to the hood here, there's still some left. There's a lot of deeper stuff still, but you can clearly see the difference there. This looks a lot better. See, it's coming out really good. Can't wait for the final results. I wanted to show you guys what we're using for pad and polish compound. So we're using Meguiar's 105 Ultra Cut compound and a Rupes blue microfiber. This is going to give us a good amount of cut to get rid of some of those deeper scratches. It's not going to get rid of everything. With the paint correction, it's just not possible to get everything out. There's always deep stuff that just doesn't come out. So we're using a combination of this Meguiar's 105 and the Rupes blue microfiber on our Rupes machines. And then after we hit it with that for our polish step, we're going to use a Rupes white microfiber and Meguiar's 205 to get all that haze and any other micro scratches out. So that's how we're gonna get these really good results on this. And yeah, see you guys on the next clip. I'm gonna show you the worst part of the car and then what we were able to do on the other side, because both sides look just as bad. So here you can see right above the door handle, it's super scratched up. It looks really bad. And then when we move over to the other side, we just hit this with one pass. You can see there, it looks way better. It's coming along. So we're doing some more detailed work. We have this 1-inch polisher over here to get all the intricate areas. So we have a combination of 3-inch polishers and 5-inch, and then we have that nano, because on this C8, you can see all of these body lines and this grill is super intricate. So we use the 1-inch to really get in there and make sure that we do a detailed job instead of just getting the whole thing, making the whole thing look good, and then you miss all the bad spots. So all the intricate areas. So that's why we have that. We're finishing up compounding this, so the first step of the 2-step correction. You can see it looks way better. There's a lot more clarity. All the deep stuff, only some of the deep stuff is left. Majority is out, so I'd say we got a good 60 to 80%, probably close to that 80 out of the paint. The next step is to polish, so any haze we'll get out with the polish step and really bring the clarity out. Once we do that, we'll prep it for the coating and coat, and then we're gonna do that Monday. Then we'll do the interior and the whole thing will be done. So you can see this thing looks beautiful. It's 5:45, we're starting to pack up. Basically done with the compounding. We might have to do a couple small spots on Monday when we get back after it. So yeah, Monday, start the polish, prep for coating, coat, interior, we're good to go. Yeah, so you check out the results we got with just the compounds. This thing looks like a mirror, beautiful car.
The next day.
So I just pulled the Corvette out of the garage after we finished the compound stage and the polish stage. As you can see, it looks pretty good. It's really shiny. I'd estimate, like I said before in one of the earlier clips, we got about 60–80% out. Unfortunately, with paint correction, you can never get it perfect. In detailing, you can never get it perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. So I don't know if you can see in the sun, there's still some deeper stuff in there, but overall, looking at the before and the after pictures, this thing has come such a long way. So the next steps are, now that it's been polished, I'm gonna wipe it down with isopropyl alcohol. We use a 50% mixture with water, and that's gonna remove any of the polish oils off of it, and that'll prep it for coating. So take a look at it now. That's what it looks like after just polish. None of the there might be some oils left over still. So once it's coated, I'll pull it back out, show you guys the final results. All right, I'm getting ready to apply this coating. So as you can see, I'm using a 3-towel method. So I have a 1 towel, a 2 towel, and a 3 towel. The 1 towel gets the majority of the coating. The 2 towel gets what's left, and then 3 is your insurance. Over there in the bottom left corner, I've got my applicator and then my bottle of System X Max. The difference between professional grade and consumer grade coatings is flash time, durability. There's a few other things. The majority that will give me issues is professional grade flashes very fast. So with this particular coating, I have about 30 seconds to wipe it off before it flashes on the vehicle and is solid. If I don't buff it off in time, I'll either have to reapply coating to that spot to rehydrate and try to get the high spot off, or I'll have to polish, which is worst case scenario. We don't want that. So with this one, we apply a lot to the applicator. You get it really saturated. You work in small sections, and that way it gives you enough time to buff it off, especially in a hot, humid day like this. It's like over 80 degrees and it's really humid, so it'll flash maybe even faster than 30 seconds. So I'm basically gonna be putting it on, applying it, and then buffing it off right away. So I'll work in small sections, get around this whole car. It should be about 1.5 to 2 hours. I'll show you guys the whole process throughout and then give you the after result when I pull this thing out. So as you just saw in that last clip, I worked in a really small section. I worked right here so that I could see what the flash time was like. I always like to do on the first application a super small section, just in case it flashes faster than I think, but we're good. I just wiped it off right away because it's hot and humid. So this applies really nice. You can see I used 1 towel, I used 2 towel, then I used 3 towel, and it's all gone, as you can see. So it bonds with the clear coat, you wipe off the excess, and then it's good to go.
I'm back. I get to do a reveal. I haven't done a reveal in so long. The Corvette is finished. Let's see how she looks. All right, I'm coming in. You ready? There she is, in the dark. Let's see it. You flip on those light switches over there for me. Looks good in the shadows. Oh yeah, and then as you come around, look to your left, there's one more light switch. Those will make the sides look amazing under lights. Oh, look at this, these are 2 different colors. Didn't see that when it was dirty. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh wow, I didn't realize that the lower spoiler was color matched to that side piece as well. Wow, this is a cool looking car. Now I have a Ferrari, but this is a way better driving, handling, looking car. And it's like significantly less money. Now what do I do? Hey, can I ask you a question about clay bars?
Yes.
I come from an old school of auto detailing where it was like waxes and literal clay bars. Like I have a clay bar somewhere like this, which is actually a clay bar.
Yeah.
Now, do you use the clay bars, or do you use, like, there are synthetic clay bars that you use on a polisher?
I prefer to use the synthetic. You just grab it, like I don't put it on a polish or anything, and just do this. On this one, I had to throw all my synthetic ones out, so I had to use an old school clay bar.
All right.
Which can introduce more marring, which makes the job of compounding more difficult sometimes, but it gets all the contamination out. So
Okay.
So yeah, compounded it, got the majority of all the scratches out. Like in the tough parts here, there's still some left, unfortunately. I don't know what they did or what happened.
Farm life.
Farm life. And on the front here by this badge too. And then after all that was done, polished it, wiped it off, did an IPA wipe down to prep it for the coating so that removes any polishes or anything like that left over on the paint, and then coated it. Cool. And then did the interior.
Cool. It looks good.
The next day.
Here, start the car, move it for me. Watch that. Hop in, just push the start button. Roll the window down. Yeah, you can move the seat up. Just back the car straight out. Use your mirrors. That's a beautiful car. Cut it left. Keep going. Cut it hard right. Put it in D. Hard right. Go ahead. P. Put it in P. You're in P. Hit Z on the steer. The exhaust changes. Rev it. Good, good. All right, leave it there. Good job. You're perfect. Leave it there. Listen to how this car sounds though in Z mode. I love those hooker headers. I love that hooker exhaust. Wow. And then I can sound so good. Wow. I love this car. This is the most bang for your buck sports car you could ever buy. It is so fast, so cool looking, unbelievable. Like the bang for your buck. $70,000, you can have a car like this. Now I have a Ferrari that is 20 years older, that doesn't perform this way, that doesn't handle this way, that doesn't have this technology, that isn't as fast, that I can't put on the track because I always feel like it's gonna break. And this is 20-something thousand dollars less than that stupid Ferrari. I would keep this car if I could sell the Ferrari, but nobody wants a Ferrari right now. I knew it when I bought the car. All right, you'll see right here some missing buttons, just like black spots right here and right here. Those are for your cooled seats and heated seats. These are called pour buttons. Why? Because they're missing the heated and cooled seats. No heated steering wheel, no front end lift, no PDR, like performance data recording front camera. It has reverse, it has a rear camera, but it is a 1LT, so I'm missing head-up display. A 2LT is really worth the upgrade. You can get some, a 3LT is unnecessary. With a 3LT, you'll get the better seats, you'll get a carbon fiber steering wheel, you'll get some more options that, to be quite honest with you, aren't completely necessary. The 2LT comes with packages you want. The 1LT, it comes with performance. And that's, you know, leather and stuff. That's about it. All right, so the Corvette is finished, and I'm not even gonna list it up for sale. Next week, we're gonna take it to a dealer auction to see what we can get for it. Check out this car behind me, my Nissan Skyline R33. Midnight Purple 2. This car is amazing. Watch, it should change from purple to, yeah, there we go. Changing colors. I love this car. It's so fun to drive. And it is right-hand drive, yes. And if you look here, yeah, everything is in Japanese. I have like subway passes and stuff in Japanese. A couple things that came from Japan. I don't know, I just think this car's pretty cool. It's actually for sale if anybody's interested. I have some Japanese coins. All right, so part 2 of this video that you're watching right now, I'm just gonna bring that Corvette right to the auction and see what we can get. I think Corvette values are coming down tremendously, so I don't think we're gonna lose any money. I hope we don't break even. I hope we actually make some money. But I'm telling you, like, Corvette values have completely changed. There shouldn't be any market adjustments anymore. And like originally you could buy a Corvette, bring it to the auction, make money. That's not a thing anymore, so I don't know what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do with it. You'll have to find out in part 2. So you can click the bell down below to get notifications for when part 2 comes out. Subscribe to this video if you like our content, and then just thumbs ups. They're free and they help us out. So if you can hit the thumbs up button, I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Adios. There she is. If I didn't have that stupid Ferrari, I would keep this car. That is so beautiful.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be number 50 titles here, 20 model, 3,000 miles on.
Tops in the back.
Tops in the back, ladies and
Two
gentlemen.
keys.
2 keys, 100% green light.
$2,000 hooker exhaust.
$2,000 hooker exhaust.
And I just added ceramic coated and paint corrected.
Just added ceramic coated and paint corrected.